4, 3.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the first ever episode of the ThreePs in a podcast. My name is Shrocko. I'm joined by
Liam
and
Duke.
And yeah, we're just three dudes sitting around a coffee table in my basement having a conversation.
Woo! And I'm excited.
And we thought we were pretty funny.
I think I'm pretty.
We have some good talks.
Fucking hilarious.
I don't know how funny I am.
I like to think I'm fucking hilarious as well.
But I know.
I would vouch for your fucking hilarity, both of you.
If and when we put this on iTunes, we're gonna automatically get the R rating.
I would like to say that I dropped the first swear word.
You did.
I still haven't dropped one yet, and I don't plan on doing it until it is necessary.
Yeah.
I think it's always
I think
necessary.
all F words are necessary.
Fuck it.
Fuck it is right. That's necessary.
All right. So,
goddamn necessary.
I don't know how funny I am, but I know that the story that I'm about to tell you guys is funny.
Really,
I will say I've heard this story. Holy shit. Don't become a lifeguard, ladies and gentlemen. Don't become a lifeguard.
Yeah. He built it up for me.
Don't say.
I didn't say a word to him what happened.
Don't say the name of the place that I work.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
He just did.
He said don't become a lifeguard, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
I can bleep that out. Don't say where we work.
No.
We're gonna become famous. Someone's gonna hear this and then go straight to the anyway.
Good. They're gonna meet us. We'll sign stuff.
Anyway. So yes, I am.
We said fuck in the first 30 seconds.
Fuck it.
Anyway.
I am, as I said, a lifeguard, or as you said, a lifeguard at a pool, at a campground, and that's all we need to say about that. And literally, Shrocko, because I've already told Lucas the story, I had the worst day of my life.
It's pretty shitty.
Like, was it worse than the last worst day of your life you told me about?
It was literally the worst day of my life.
Was it 4th of July weekend?
It was the day of 4th of July. I literally, at the beginning of the day, I knew it was going to be such a terrible day that I started, like, as soon as the first terrible thing happened to me, I just wrote it down, and I called it Tales of the 4th in my notes, and I have it.
You really did.
I wrote it down, and I even put timestamps, because I knew it was going to be so terrible. And so, that's actually the first part of my story. So, I get in, I work, most weekends, I work 9:30 to 9, so it's basically 12 hours, or I guess 11 hours technically. But, yeah, it's freaking 9:30 to 9, and right at 9:30, I get into the pool, and I go into the men's bathroom, and I'm going to show you a picture of what I saw.
Was it did you Snapchat me that? I think you sent it to me.
Yeah. It's, what I found was literally the culmination of what filth is, and the picture's right here.
I don't need to see it again.
I'm not looking. I would like
to
see it some more. This is.
Maybe you can put it on the screen.
Would you be okay with that?
I'd be okay
You can
with
email
that.
me this.
Yeah.
But for the audio listeners, I'm going to describe to you what looks to be so if you took a toilet bowl and then took a baby rodent. And then took another baby rodent and just smushed them together until they died, and then filled the toilet bowl with toilet paper, put the dead mass of 2 baby rodents onto it, and then just poured some food coloring in there.
It's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that because
and then shit on it.
Because it wasn't dead rodent that we found, but it was very clogged. I'll tell you the story of how of everything that happened, but the day after, July the 5th, we found, because it took a very long time to unclog, they found a turkey sandwich inside of the drains.
Found yesterday at day camp, we found a dead mole in the kiddie pool at pool.
I was with Frank.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
But anyway.
So yeah, I get in there, and there is just a mass there's only 2 cells in the guys. So I see this, and I'm like, oh my god. I couldn't eat, I literally walked in and I was just like, what the fuck? That's the only response I could make. And there's no one around, it's just me in there. And so, I'm the head lifeguard, so I have to do something about it. So I try and flush the toilet, and when I move the handle down, I literally see nothing at all move, and the pipes don't even make a noise as if there's water in the toilet. There's no sound made at all. And so I'm not dealing with this right now. So I text.
You left it there.
Yeah, I text my boss. I'm like, we need maintenance down here right now to fix this problem. And we don't have any out of order signs because we're cheap. So I made one out of the back of a save sheet with Sharpie, and I put it on the door, And then in order to lock the door so no one would come in and mess with it, because I knew they would.
Crawl on the floor.
I had to lock it from the inside and then crawl on the floor. And that was just at 9:30. That was just the beginning of my day. So then I walked.
You started at 9, right?
I started at 9:30. So
9:30,
I immediately saw that as I walked in. Then I go into the office, and the office is completely trashed. Like there's chairs everywhere. There's brooms from the broom closet have been thrown all over the office, and apparently somebody broke in, but I didn't know that at that time.
Yeah,
So I was just thinking that my second in command, like just left it like that and would just like mess with me or something. And it's funny because all day while this was happening, he wasn't there, and he was just sending me Snapchats of him just like having fun, like at parties, like doing 4th of July stuff, and I was about to kill myself. So yeah,
That's excessive.
so I go. It's not excessive. Just
You're
wait until
probably
the end of the story. Just wait for the rest. So I cleaned up the office, and now it's 11 o'clock, and I'm guarding. Like we just now opened the pool for like regular swim, because at 10 o'clock it's like aqua size for adults. Yeah, it's not. It's stupid. But it's stupid. But at 11 o'clock, we open it up, and a woman comes in with her toddler, with her baby. And there's like a baby pool where people can go and swim, as you know. But she walks in there with the baby, and the baby's totally fine until it's like the very tip of its foot hits the water, and then it begins to scream as loud as it can for 15 minutes straight. And I don't mean like it started to cry. I mean it was sitting there like, ah! Like as loud as it possibly could for 15 minutes, just screaming. But she doesn't do anything about it. She just like calmly like walking it back and forth in the shallow end for 15 whole minutes until finally they get out and it stops crying. Like it didn't stop crying the entire time it was in the water.
Fucking toddlers.
Yeah. Then at 11:30, I go to guard the shallow end, and it's brought to my attention by another lifeguard that some people came up to him because they saw a man sitting on the side of the pool deck, and he was picking scabs off of his feet and tossing them into the pool, like right on the side, like in plain view of everyone else. And so they told my coworker, and he was like, I don't know how to tell this guy, like what to say. So he comes over to me, and I'm the head guard. I'm like, okay, I'll go talk to him. And so I go over to say whatever I can to him. And so when I get over there, I'm like, sir, you can't be picking your feet at the side of the pool. It's disturbing some of the other patrons. And he looks up at me like I literally just told him to take off his own swim trunks and put them on my head. like he looks up at me just with pure disgust. Like, what do you mean? And I was like, and I guess then all of a sudden I was on the defense. Like it was my fault. So I'm like, I'm sorry, it's 4th of July. People can get antsy. And he's like, I understand. I was like, no, you don't understand.
You don't understand. You were picking your scabs into the pool.
You have no idea what you do or do not understand. And so he just gets up and goes and sits in a chair and continues to pick at his feet. And now it's noon. I finally get to go in and I do a bathroom check. Like I go in and look at the bathroom again in our one stall.
Head and came?
No, of course not. It'd been 3 hours. Of course nobody showed up. Radio silence. I haven't even heard anything from my boss. So I go into the one stall that's left in the men's, and in there I find some toilet paper on the floor, which is pretty normal, a plastic bag, and a half-drunken Miller Lite bottle. And so I just...
Pretty normal shit.
Yep, it's just pretty normal stuff. I'm like, maybe this is the end of, like, this is the worst thing that's going to happen to me today. I was wrong.
He was so wrong.
I was so wrong. So I take all this stuff, I clean it out, whatever. So people see me, they give me weird looks. I'm like, whatever.
What do you want?
And now it's noon.
My job.
So yeah, that happened at noon, and now we hit capacity, which is 425 people. Mm-hmm. And so now people...
You're 5 up at this point? 4 up?
4 up, yeah, we're 4 up, and I'm in the office. And so when we're at capacity, there's a line, and like I have to direct traffic through it. So that is going on, and then finally at 2 o'clock, I'm guarding again, and a girl, like one of the girl lifeguards, she's new, comes out and says to me that the girls' bathroom, or in the girls' bathroom, like the exact same thing happened that happened in the boys. Happens in the girls. Like she said,
2 baby rodents were smushed into a mass.
Yeah,
another turkey sandwich stuck on the toilet.
She said she tried to unclog it, but there was like nothing she could do. Like it wouldn't budge.
Not trying hard enough. That's what you should have told her.
Basically, like I was like, and at this point, like the head of like the campground, like Karen, comes up. And she's like freaking out. She's like, "There's a stool in the woman's that like we need to resolve this issue."
There's some stool.
I'm like, and at this point I wasn't even worried. I'm like, Karen, like whatever, like just I'll make another out of order sign like right in front of her. I make the worst like out of order Sharpie sign I can. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like whatever, okay. I give it to the girl guard and she goes in there, and I tell her to lock the door from the inside and crawl out under. and she looks at me like I'm crazy, but she does it because
you're the boss.
that's
You're the boss.
that's her
my
job.
pool.
And so an hour, and this point, Justin, my boss, is there, and he's like, okay, I'll call maintenance. Like, you didn't call maintenance earlier about the guys? Like, still no one had come in for the guys. And finally at 3 o'clock, maintenance comes. It's just one dude. One dude comes. One man comes in to clean the girls' bathroom. He didn't even know about the guys. So he goes in first to the girls' bathroom, and so we have to close the girls' restroom entirely.
And to get to the pool, the people they have to go through the girls'
They
bathroom.
have to go through the girls' bathroom. So
Right.
while we're at capacity and trying to do all this, I have to let everyone in and out through like the middle guard office,
Right.
like through like where we like are supposed to have like a little like no privacy, but a little bit of privacy. So like they're just everyone's mad.
Area of respite.
Yeah, everyone's mad. They're all screaming at me, and it's just ridiculous.
Rest. It means rest.
Respite.
Respite means rest.
Respite means rest.
Jesus, how the fuck am I supposed to know that?
I don't know how you're supposed to.
Common word.
It is. It's
It's not a common word. Rest is a common word. Keep your story going.
okay.
Jesus, fuck.
What? That respite is a word, Lucas.
It's
Respite's-
not a word I know. Not a common word.
Respite
It's-
is a word.
it's a pretty common word.
Yeah. Anyway.
So yes, this happens at 3 o'clock, and at the exact same time, like right at 3 o'clock, as all this is happening, we have 3 trash cans on deck with trash bags in them,
Right.
and the trash bags had filled all the way up, and we had trash bags in the guard office, but no one like on deck had told us that these trash bags had filled up. Instead, what the animals did was they took they took the trash bags out of the trash cans and continued to throw all their food.
Into the
all
trash
their trash
can?
into the trash cans.
Hate
Yes.
campers.
Yeah, I know. I hate them so much. Like
As soon as they come through the gate, it's like all logic and reason is just flushed out their ears.
From the very core of my
Yes.
being, I hate those people.
I feel
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, entirely.
So that happens, and so I can't deal with it. So Justin has to go do it. He does all of that. And
you can't deal with it because you're busy. Not
yeah,
just,
I
not
can't deal with
just-
it because I'm still I have to herd all these people back and forth through the guard office.
I just wanted it to make it seem like you're not being a bitch. You're busy.
No, I think I handled this day the best I possibly could have handled it. So, finally, the guy gets done with cleaning the girls' bathroom, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna take off." I'm like, "What? No, you have to go in the boys." Like the men's was like I called about this like at 9:30 in the morning. He's like, I didn't even know about that. I was like,
it doesn't matter if you didn't know. You did not
like,
be in there.
you need to go do that. Actually, when he came out of the girls, he wasn't actually done. He told me he couldn't unclog the toilet. He'd have to come in tomorrow morning and take the toilet off of the ground and go into the pipes.
Jesus Christ!
Like someone like destroyed our toilets. So he goes into the boys and comes out like 5 minutes later and tells me the exact same thing. He's like,
he's like,
I
there's
can't.
no way.
He's like, I can't do this. Like I need to come back tomorrow with like tools. I was like, are you kidding me? So I'm
What
just.
did you come here with today?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, whatever. And
I
so
have one plunger and some aerosol.
yeah, exactly. I was like, whatever. I don't even care. So now, 2.5 hours go by without much more happening. It's 5:30 now. I'm guarding the deep end, like where the diving board is, and I see this man. He looked like a man. He looked like me, except he had like a good 50 pounds of muscle on me, and he had like a dirty Steve. Like he had a mustache, and he looked very confident, like getting up on the ladder, like going off the dive board. But like right as he jumps off the dive board,
Can I just guess? He doesn't know how to swim, does he?
oh, like as he hits the water, he begins what I like to call textbook drowning. Like his arms are flailing, he's splashing, like his head's bobbing up and down.
I knew it.
But the thing was he wasn't making a single sound. He wasn't even looking at me. He was facing the chair, but he wasn't even looking at me. He's just eyes closed, just like flailing his arms up and down like in the water.
This is swimming.
Yeah, and I thought he was joking for a good like 3 seconds. I'm just sitting there, just kind of like watching, interestedly, like is this guy for real? So after 3 seconds, like I have to get in because he wasn't stopping. So I get in, and when he was facing me, so when I got him, it's like me, the tube, and then him, and I was like hugging him, and he was like hugging me because he was scared for his life, and I was like, this was a joke, right? Like you were kidding. And in the most broken English I've ever heard, he said it exactly like this. He's like, "You saved my life." So he was like, "Thank you, friend. You saved my life." I was like, and at this point, I wasn't even phased though. Like I didn't even. I was like, whatever.
You're right, I did.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I got him on top of the ladder, and then his uncle comes over for some reason. Like I was like, your uncle's here? Like you're not here by yourself? his uncle comes over and he says the exact same thing. It's like, thank you, friend, you saved his life. I was like, well, how did you know? Like, he said the exact same words. I was like, okay, well, this is really weird. You guys stay here. I'm going to go get a save sheet so I can write this down. Like, because I have to do paperwork whenever I get a save.
They weren't back, or they weren't there when you got
No,
back.
they were there.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
No, it's when I get there, when I go back, I asked the guy, I'm like, okay, so what's your name? It's like Sebastian Cordero. They said it like that. Actually, I can't even do it good enough. Like, but they said it with a very thick accent. Like, they could barely speak English. And I was like, Sebastian. So his name was Sebastian. I probably whatever. Sebastian Cordero. And yeah. And so I'm like, okay, how old are you? And this is exactly how he said it. He's like, I am 12. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, solid 50 pounds on me of muscle. Like, the dirty Steve. He probably had a good 2 inches on me, too. Like, he looked like a full-grown man. I am 12. Like, is this the bench warmers? Like, so I was like, okay, I wrote down 12. And so now that I know he's a minor, I have to ask his uncle what his name is. And so I was like, okay, sir, well, I'm going to need your name. He's like, Julio Boras. I'm like, what did you just say? He's like, Julio Boras. I was like, well, can you spell that for me? He's like, J-U-E-E-A. I was like, Julio? He's like, C. Like, okay, your last name? Boras. Like, what? Boras.
Don't spell it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
But he spelled it in very broken English. And I was like, okay, thank you. And I was like, is this right? He said C. And then I never met those two gentlemen ever again. I hope I never do.
He's probably good.
And so I just got done with that. And now it's 6 o'clock. The pool is closed. I go into the boys' bathroom again to check our one functional stall. And this time what I find in the stall is that... I'm going to preface this by saying that people poop on the floor a lot. Like, they poop on the floor. Like,
It's my favorite part of the fucking story.
It's terrible that they do that, but, like, I wasn't even phased. I think this is probably the best part of my day because
Yeah, you have to deal with poop a lot, so I feel like that's not a...
Every 4th of July that I've worked 4 4th of Julys now. Everyone I've worked, I've had to clean up poop off of the floor.
Oh, yeah.
But this time was nice.
It wasn't
Isn't
on
that
the
funny?
floor? It was in the toilet?
No, it was on the floor. But they were courteous enough, they couldn't make it to the bowl. But what they could do was take toilet paper, put it on the floor, and then they pooped on the toilet paper on the floor.
Does
that make any sense? Exactly. So I was like, oh, at least I get to pick...
Because in the time they're getting toilet paper,
Exactly.
they could have just sat down.
Exactly.
Oh shit!
So that wasn't an emergency. That was just someone's like, fuck the lifeguards.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck whoever works here.
Like,
I'm shitting on the floor.
I bet it's the same person that does it every year.
But at the same time, don't...
It's like, I'm gonna give him a break this time.
Yeah. This time I'll put it on something that's
like
easy to pick
he
up.
probably knew that I was having a bad day, so he just like, you know what, so
It was
I
probably
feel like
Leo.
it's somebody you know.
if it's someone I know, I'll hunt them down and
It
Let
would
me ask
be
you something
so
really
funny
quick.
because you said your second was sending you pictures of him having fun all day.
Yep.
If he showed up and just kind of
Just to
snuck into
poop
the
on the
bathroom
floor.
while you're guarding, pooped on the floor and left, I would
That'd be
die.
legendary.
What's the process of picking up the feces off the floor?
the
Did
pro-
you
what
never
you
have
have
to
to
do
do?
it? I've had to do it down on the cute.
it's actually
just
pretty
once.
simple. It's actually pretty simple.
Yeah.
I used to go 2 gloves, but
Like a
now
shitter-
I'm like
like a poop
I'm like
scooper?
jaded of cleaning up, so I only like 1 glove it.
I don't
And
even
just
care
get,
anymore.
I just get 1 glove. I just scoop it up off the floor, put it in the toilet, flush it, get the glove, put it in the biohazard box, and then we have like soap, like disinfectant that I just put on the floor and then I
Alright.
spray it. But it was nice because I didn't have to. Well, I still did, but like
You
You
didn't have
to put on the
but
fucking
you did.
gloves and
I just
Pick up the toilet paper
So like
and-
I just got the toilet paper and I was like, "Thank you, kind sir." I said that. In my mind I was like, "Thank you," but like I shouldn't be saying thank you for someone
For
that just
shitting on the
took a
floor.
shit on the floor. But I was like, humanity isn't dead. Like there's still hope that at least if these people are pooping on the floor, they can poop on the toilet paper. So
Humanity isn't dead.
exactly that happened.
shit on toilet paper.
Yeah, exactly. That happened at 6 o'clock. And then I had to work night swim too, which was at 9, or was until 9. So finally at 9 o'clock, we're done with that. Nothing else happens, and there's still some guards in the office just like hanging out. I'm like, you guys need to leave. Like
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I was like, get out of here, go home. That's what I'm going to do. But they were just hanging out, like having fun, like because they hadn't had a terrible day like I had.
Mhm.
So it's like, so finally I get them all to leave, and it's like 9:10 now, and I still have to do like some paperwork or whatever. So I end up leaving the pool at 9:15, and you know how like there's a bridge in the place, and it's like right across from the Lakeview building.
There's
and,
like the lake over
and,
here
like,
and then just trees.
when you're
and shit
coming
over here.
coming at it like from like entering the campground, there's that ravine to the right of it, right?
Yeah.
So like me driving, it's to the left of me now. While I'm driving with the window rolled down. I'm driving like over the bridge, and I hear people screaming from the bottom of the ravine. I hear them screaming.
Like bloody murder.
Yeah.
Like some shit's going down.
So
Shit went down.
at this point,
You should have just kept
in my
driving.
mind, exactly, I should just be like, hey, there's people down there. I'm going home. But for some stupid reason,
You got
I
out.
pull over. I take my phone, I take everything out of my pockets. I'm still wearing all my lifeguard uniform.
Mm-hmm.
I take everything out of my pockets, and for some reason, when I get out of the car, I also take off my shoes. I don't know why. So now I'm barefoot because I thought maybe I'd have to get in the water or something. But
Okay.
at the bottom of the ravine, there's only a
There's
very small amount of water. It's just rocks. It's just sharp rocks.
So it's a drainage ravine.
And
like
also,
it's for
I have
the lake
this.
to drain.
I had this on my foot. It's just it's like a
Like a
scab.
basketball.
A large scab from me being an idiot. So I run to the side of the ravine, and at this point, it is. I think it's about 9:20. It's dark, and it's 4th of July, so people have been lighting fireworks and sparklers. So it's
Yeah.
smoky. It's smoky. So I couldn't see them at the bottom of I could see them, but I couldn't see what they looked like because it was very
Right.
dark. So they're still screaming. So I climb down there, and when I get down there, I see that it's a man and his wife. They're both Mexican, and they're completely covered in blood. Covered
shit.
from head to toe in blood. The guy had a huge gash in his forehead, with chunks of skin hanging off the end of it, and just blood covering his face, his hands, his legs, his chest, literally covered in blood. So then I look at his wife, and she's covered again, from head to toe in blood, but I don't know what she was bleeding from. And so I asked them, I'm like, what happened? I was like, oh my god, what just happened? And they were both in shock. So when I asked the guy what happens, he's like, you need to call Paco, and he gives me his bloody iPhone, and he's like, you need to call Paco. I'm like, I'm not calling Paco.
I don't know who the fuck Paco is, but no.
I don't know who Paco is, but I'm not gonna call him. So then I look over at the lady, maybe she'll be a little more aware, and I'm like, what happened to you? And she's like, I lost my tooth. I'm like, that is the least of your problems right now, that your tooth is gone. And so after a while, I get him to say that apparently they were driving a moped. They were obviously drunk. They were driving a moped. He was driving, she's in the back, and when they were driving to cross the bridge, you have to turn, to get on the bridge. He turned too much.
And just went right off into the ravine.
Yeah, no. Yeah. He tried to brake, but he missed the brake and hit the accelerator, and they went as fast as possible, down. It's like a 25-foot drop.
And if you're going that fast, they're lucky they're not dead.
Yeah, it's because they were drunk that they didn't tense up.
Yeah.
Because I asked them what was hurting, if they thought they had broken bones, but they could move everything. The guy said his shoulder a little bit, and I found out later that he just dislocated his shoulder. And that was
so all the logic and reason just flushes out their ear as soon as they come to the fucking
all
gate.
The alcohol flushed in, all the logic flushed out. So yeah, they just sped as fast as they could into the bottom of this ravine and just crashed. And so I'm I'm a lifeguard. I'm certified in first aid. I'm a first responder. So you need to stay here, and I will help you. But after they told me what happened, pretty much they start to stand up and they try
to leave
to climb out of the ravine. I'm like, stop, but they will not listen to me. So they're starting to climb up. So I'm like, well, I have to help them out now. So I grab both of their bloody hands. I don't have any gloves. I grab both of their bloody hands and I start to pull them out of the ravine. And at this point, 6 people are at the top of the ravine, just watching. They're not doing anything at all.
Of course.
So I scream for them to take my hand, and we form a chain of people and
hoist them out.
Yeah, and we all pulled everybody out because I was at the bottom of this ravine too. It would have been hard for me to get out by myself. So yeah, we all got pulled out. Yeah, I probably have AIDS.
Probably has AIDS.
Probably has AIDS.
I probably have AIDS.
He's the AIDS guy.
So when all of us are out at the top of this ravine, I see now that there are 30 people standing around. It seems like, and they're just watching, bystander effect,
of course,
textbook, they're just standing there doing nothing. I'm like,
yeah,
call the ambulance, call the campground security, call the police.
Somebody get me a Bible.
Someone, I need to read these people their last rites. No, and of course the first people that get here is not the campus security, it's the ambulance. See, the ambulance get there, they see the people, they don't see me because it's dark, they don't see that I have blood on my hands and my feet now because I've dragged these people up. And so they just go and start taking care of these people. And they're still in shock, so they're not really talking or anything. So they can't tell them what happened. So then the campground security comes, the head, Rex, he comes up to me, and I tell him what happens. And right after I tell him what happens, he doesn't, like, say anything. He just grabs a safety vest from his car, gives it to me, and at this point, Frank showed up, too, because he saw the ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
He gives Frank one, and he gives Frank a flashlight, but he didn't give me a flashlight. And he tells us that we have to now direct traffic in the campground while, like, the police and the ambulance are coming. So for the next 40 minutes, I'm standing up there with bloody hands, a safety vest, and no flashlight. Well, for 20 minutes, I didn't have a flashlight. Eventually, the police came, and one of the police officers gave me a flashlight so I didn't get hit by a car, because people were saying they couldn't see me.
Mm-hmm.
So for the next 40 minutes, I had to direct traffic while that was happening, when I just wanted to go home. So finally at 10:10, I was like, I got in my car, I'm like, I'm going fucking home. But my mother texted me. She was like, you need to come to your sister's house. We're having a party. I was like, no.
Yeah, that's the point where I'm like, just fuck off.
Yeah, so I had to go there. No one gave me anything to wash myself with or like disinfect.
Couldn't you have like told Rex to be like, I'm not qualified for this. I'm leaving.
I was like, well, I mean,
I'm pretty sure you could have.
It was too late then, but I already.
Like when he handed you the vest, you'd be like, no, you need to take this.
fucking
I don't work
see me?
in security. I'm gonna go.
He just handed it to us.
That's what I would have done.
Well, that's what I should have done. I
Yeah,
should have
it
just
is.
drove by and be
You
like,
should've
hey,
driven by.
there's something. But no, it was a terrible day. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I get to my mom's house, and I'm like, you guys want to hear a crazy story? They're like, yeah. First, I need to wash this blood off. And they're like, whoa.
Look at this.
Yeah.
On my feet too.
So I go and I'm like scrubbing with Lysol wipes, like as hard as I can.
You can't scrub away the ants.
Yeah. So and they're all drunk already because it's 4th of July.
Of
And
course.
so I tell them all the story, and then at the end, my mom tells me like, "Oh, that was a great story, but your aunt and your uncle are too drunk to drive home, so they're gonna stay the night, and they're sleeping in your room, so you have to sleep in the basement." I was like, "Mom, why?"
why would you do this?
Yep. And so then finally, I get home from there, take a shower, and it's 12:30 now, and I go to bed at the basement, and then I have to wake up and go back to work at 9:30 again. And that is my story of the worst day of my life.
That's a reasonable worst day of your life.
That's a reasonable worst.
I would
day
say
of
it's
your life.
the worst work day. I bet I could think of it. I don't know. That's probably the worst day of my life. But yeah. And yeah.
Yeah, you totally could have told Rex to be like, fuck off.
I
don't do this.
at any point, I could have
I'm
just...
not, yeah.
After I pulled them out, I could have just left.
Yeah, you
No,
could
I
have.
should
Fuck
have.
this.
But I don't know. I don't know.
I would have just driven by.
Yeah.
Like, that's your
Honestly,
fucking
I was
problem.
running on autopilot from like all the
Well,
other, all the other
I
crap
don't
that
think I would have
happened.
driven by like if I heard the.
Because like
the
that happened
screams.
after like everything else.
Okay.
After like everything else that happened that day, so like my brain was dead. I was just like whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't if I heard them screaming. I would have pulled over and been like, "There's somebody screaming like they're actually getting killed
I'm
right
gonna
now."
call
I'm gonna
911.
what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna get a hold of public safety, and then I'm gonna go find them. Yeah.
I scoop fucking ice cream. I'm not qualified to climb down a goddamn ravine. I clean combines. That's not a goddamn ravine.
I'm not qualified to. I don't know.
Yeah,
why,
you're
I don't
not.
know why I went down there. But I went down there. Christ. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
It was terrible.
Why do you still lifeguard? Oh,
Why do I still lifeguard?
Yes.
It's literally only the 4th of July. It's only the holiday weekend. Like 4th
Yeah.
of July, May
Holiday
event,
weekends are the only weekends. That
Labor Day. Like those are the only
anywhere.
bad days. Like today was really easy and
Oh,
like on
I
like
have to do boats tomorrow.
I have to do
Just
both
remembered
Sunday.
that.
yeah, dude.
Thanks.
What time did you do
I
that?
gotta be there at 11.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm gonna go
It's
to
alright.
Rockford tomorrow.
I've got almost 40 hours this week, so I might get to go home early. Just be like, hey, Jay, I'm gonna go over hours. I'm going home. Okay, bye.
All right.
Jesus fuck.
That's what happened.
That story's magnificent, though.
It is. That's a good one. That's a
it's-
keeper.
It's the worst. It's a good story.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to tell people, but
I have a question.
It
Now,
was a
now,
terrible,
that, now
terrible-
that the day's gone by, are you glad that that day happened to you so you
No.
have that story?
no.
I would be a little grateful I had that story.
I would much rather have lived a perfectly
Yeah.
normal day.
I had to deal with Polish people that day.
Y-
Which isn't as
Are
bad.
you kidding me? I still like those are
There's
just
probably a Polish person shit on the floor.
those are just the worst things that happened to me. Like I still had to deal with the regular like awful like Polish people. Yeah, they're terrible.
The Polish people are
Polish
fast.
people are
They're-
fucking assholes. And no one knows why they're assholes.
I know why Hitler invaded that area.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I also know why, because they're assholes.
Because they're fucking...
We're racist.
What did that make them assholes?
We're racist.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's back then they weren't, yeah. And,
Fucking
After that, they have the right, I guess.
I guess, yeah. Well, it's been 70 years now. Can they still be like, oh,
No, all those
excuse
people
me,
are fucking dead.
Hitler
Fuck them.
invaded, so we can be assholes, okay?
Fuck
Hitler
them.
invaded my dad's country, so I'm allowed.
That's bullshit.
They just don't even try to speak English.
They really don't,
They just
and they
don't.
should.
They just tell their children to.
I wish I was multilingual. I need to learn another language.
It's too late now.
No, it's not.
You should learn when you're young. That's
Yeah,
what
they-
should.
everyone
It's
should have.
easier.
Yeah, it's easier to learn.
Should be like mandatory.
I'm gonna teach my children.
That would be a good idea.
Like
Yeah.
40 languages.
I think what it should be is you don't have to learn another language, but everybody should have to learn the same sign language.
That's a really good idea.
Every single
heard that
person
before.
in everybody in the UN should just be required to learn sign language.
Because it's somebody's job in the fucking UN to know every goddamn language.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck that guy's job.
I mean, it's probably pretty easy for those people.
Probably,
They
yeah.
probably
Once
just-
they
probably
know the
forget.
language, then they're just like, yeah, all I got to do is talk. I just hear someone say something and say it in a different way.
I feel like 6 people yell in different languages. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, so that was terrible.
That sounds like a great
It was
experience.
a great day. I loved
Yeah.
it so much.
Thank God I'm not a lifeguard.
Yeah.
There's a reason I didn't go for a lifeguard. My dad was like, I worked as a lifeguard out there for like 7 years. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to fucking do that. I'll scoop ice cream for a year, and then I'll be the youngest supervisor that the recreation department has ever had, and then I'll be the youngest day camp coordinator that they've ever had.
Wasn't Jeff the youngest one?
Who's Jeff?
Jeffrey,
Jeffrey?
your coworker?
He's not a supervisor.
Oh, I thought he was.
No, he
He's
doesn't.
a coordinator, right? Or he's a planner. He like plans.
He's in like the
He's in the office. Like
Yeah, what
he
the
is
fuck
in
does
the
Jeff
office.
do? What's Jeff's
No,
job?
he's in the activities department, which is like a sub
He literally
department.
plans activities for the weekend. That's it.
He literally drives around in that van with Vivian all
Yeah,
day.
That's
He
basically-
hardly even plans them. Mary plans them, and then Vivian and Jeffrey like
Hang out
carry
with
out
her.
the plans
Yeah.
and like set stuff up.
That's
I
ba-
think they just drive around with
So
van.
the same day you were dealing with all this shit, my day was significantly better. So
Not all
that's
like-
surprising. No, it's not.
no, yeah. But in the morning, I had to do like because we had recently got hit by a tornado, and so we were like supplies had been donated to the
yeah.
administration, so we had to hand them out to people. And in about 4 minutes, we were picked fucking clean. And then for 4 hours, I sat there
Yeah.
and just told people, "Hey, there's like 6 pairs of gloves back on the back table. If you want them, go. You can walk all the way over
Oh.
there and get them."
And the day right before that, they had me come in to work like the brush pile
Oh my god!
And so-
that mulch pile is a mountain.
for
It's- Yeah, go ahead.
for 8 hours. I sat there with some old volunteer named Chuck. I think
I know Chuck.
I think he's like a millionaire. He told me about
I think you told me about this.
all
Like,
the houses he
yeah.
owned. Yeah, probably. And he just sat there and told me his whole life story while
Mhm.
while I helped people throw all of their logs and branches into this huge pile.
Yeah.
Was it a good story?
No, it wasn't a good story.
He didn't
His
have a good
his life
story?
wasn't. No.
No,
He's had a shitty life.
no, he's had a good. I think that's why it was a good story. There was
Yeah, it's
there
'cause-
was no turmoil.
Because he was just like, yeah, and then my parents paid for college.
No.
And then,
Then my parents
I don't
died
think
in a horrible car accident.
No,
Now
he's-
I'm a millionaire.
Oh, he said it was like he made his own business and then he just told me about all of his houses and his cars and his nice stuff and I was like, that's awesome. Man.
it's like, I wish I had nice stuff.
Yeah, I was like, I
I
whatever.
don't have nice fucking.
Do you want to pay for my college?
Yeah. Will you sponsor me?
No,
Um,
no, he would not.
So I handed out supplies, and then for 4 hours I just sat there telling people, like, we don't have anything left. Sorry. And then after that, they decided the activities crew, because it's the 4th of July, they've got activities going on, and since there's only 3 of them as opposed to the 4 that we had in the past, they were all busy, and so they're like, hey, Colin, we're going to have you organize and conduct a beanbag tournament. Not only have I never played beanbags, I've never been in a tournament. So that was a shit show. And I was
Did you not know how to like set everything up? Like, did you,
I mean, I know how to set the game up.
but you had no like you didn't even.
Yeah.
Did you have
And-
to play?
No, I don't have to play.
We just
I
watched like
I read the
mayhem.
rules and I like bracketed people, but like, so it started.
So
at
you know
4.
how brackets work.
Well, I understand.
Bracketology.
Yeah, but the problem was that we started at 4, or the public like announcement of when things are. It's called a leisure time. The leisure time said the sign-ups start at 3:30, so we were out there with the boards all set up at 3:30, and waiting for teams to come sign up. And it was a youth's game, or it was a youth's tournament, so like people like 17 and under. And
That's just a bad
so
idea.
nobody was there until
Yeah.
about 3:50. Then we got 2 teams to show up. One team was 2 brothers, 6 and 7, and the other team was 2 people that knew each other, like 11 and 9 or
So
something like
they
that.
kick their asses, right?
And then I was like, okay, well, there's only 2 teams, so this bracket's going to be real easy. Whoever wins gets first. Whoever loses doesn't. And I read the rules to them. And then 7 more teams showed up after I had like,
Made
or
sense.
no,
I get it
first 2 more teams showed up, and I was like, that's no problem. We'll just put them in another bracket and we'll play 2 rounds. But then 5 more teams show up, so now I have not only an odd number but I've already made a bracket. So it was a shit show. And then parents bitched at me for like an hour after the tournament. And I was like...
Classic.
And I was like, ma'am, I literally couldn't care less. I didn't say this to her, but in my head, I could not give less of a shit about how your
beanbag
about how
tournament.
your 9-year-old son and his 16-year-old partner had to play against 2 kids that you consider too old to be playing against a 9-year-old.
Yeah,
That's for like 45 minutes. That's what she talked.
He was the bottom seed. What do you want me to do? Like, he was seeded last. He's supposed to lose.
I'm like, look, you showed up without a partner 20 minutes late. Fuck off.
But that's just how brackets work.
Yeah.
Okay, the best win and the worst lose.
But yeah, so me and Jasmine did that. Yeah, it was.
That's fun.
And that was pretty. That was it for that day. And then I went and did boats the next day.
Nice. So, Lucas,
We got new boats.
What?
I don't know why I say we. They got new boats. Did you know that?
we're not doing turns.
They
we're
did
just,
get new boats, didn't they? I don't
Yeah.
know. Look at those.
I don't know
just
the
speaking.
procedure for those boats yet.
Speaking, so my working weekend was pretty good. It was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to deal with Austin Sunday, which kind of made me want to slit my wrist and bleed out on the floor, but that's an average day.
A little
with
bit
him.
excessive. A little bit much.
It's not really. He takes
No,
his job
I've-
way too seriously.
I've worked with him for 2 years now, and he's never made me want to commit suicide. Like,
Well, every time I kind of see his face, I want to slit my wrist. So
that's
Wow.
that's
I
just
cannot
excessive.
stand him.
I don't know
I
why.
cannot stand
I mean,
him.
his
I've
jokes
never been able
jokes
to.
are bad, and he's not a good conversation partner. But
I think that's good enough reason for me to be stuck with a man for 8 hours.
considering
I hope he listens to this.
I hope he does too.
considering the patience that you showed with the kids this last week at day camp, I'm
Fuck
really
Andrew.
surprised.
Fuck Andrew.
Don't say their names.
No.
But
He's gonna listen. He's like 8.
there is a kid there, and I think that what the issue is that he just doesn't get attention at home. Like he's
Well-
it's not that he doesn't get attention, and it's that they straight up neglect him. Like I feel like no one cooks his
He's
meals.
the first kid
Yeah.
dropped off and the last kid picked up.
He's a Marine. He's the Marine of day camp.
No, he's
'cause
not.
I'm pretty sure we said this at Wendy's today. I'm pretty sure he's autistic or something.
No, he's autistic, right?
Autistic.
He's
He's
autistic.
autistic.
He's autistic.
Yeah, he's autistic. It's fun. It's like a
It's good to be
spin.
autistic.
It's not.
Oh my god.
I
Oh, we're breaking
Yeah.
down barriers.
yeah, we're breaking down
I don't
barriers.
have barriers anymore.
There's no line I won't cross. Actually, there's a few lines I won't cross.
Well, I think we don't need to establish those lines right
Most of
I-
the lines that I won't cross are those lines that are like right in front or right next to the stop sign. You're supposed to
They-
stop at
they
that
do not
line and
cross.
then go.
I definitely stop at the stop
You still
sign.
cross those lines when you
Yeah, but
I
not
stop
like
at
I
the stop
stop
sign.
first. I won't cross the line until it's okay safely for me and everyone else on the road.
You know, I don't believe in stop signs. No.
It's just against my life philosophy, you know.
You don't stop. You just go, go, go.
This is
Wake
religious
me up before you
discrimination.
go, go.
So
What's discrimination? Stop signs?
yeah, like
Red
if I
people?
get
I
pulled
thought you
over
were
for
asking us
running,
what discrimination was.
So did I.
Like,
Well,
Lucas,
and I'm like, it's when never mind.
you see, respite means no.
Yeah, respite means rest. Okay.
Fuck you.
No, I feel like if I were to get pulled over for running a stop sign, I'd just be like, you know, this is religious discrimination because in my religion we just don't believe in stopping ever.
Just
What
because
is
I'm
that?
a Jew doesn't mean you can't pull me over for anything.
It's
So.
it's Shrokanism. I believe that
Yeah.
stop signs just aren't.
Yeah, it's just not.
It is your right to practice any religion you want.
Damn straight
It's
it
a
is.
goddamn
Did you know that
Constitution
like
of America.
in the UK enough people put on their census that their religion was Jedi, that's like on the thing now?
I think we should do that.
That's funny.
I bet it's already almost going to
Probably.
be a thing now. Like I bet people are like petitioning, like we want to be
For
Jedi.
the next Star Wars movie.
I mean, the Jedi's like code is fair enough, but you can't use the Force in real life because that's sci-fi.
And there's no midichlorians.
True. That was so stupid. I hated that introduction. They're like the introduction of midichlorians.
What is
Well,
it?
like-
What is a midichlorian?
Okay.
Okay, like in the original trilogy, like The New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, everyone, like the Force was
So-
everything. It was like connecting everybody.
So
Yeah.
it still is.
But, yeah.
in the original trilogy, anybody could tap into the Force with the right training.
Yes.
And but it connected everything, not everybody or living thing,
Like
but
Native
everything
Americans,
was
like,
connected.
everything's connected.
Yeah, and then
What did you say?
Like Native
Like Native
Americans, you know,
Americans.
they believe everything's connected.
Okay.
Why, what did you
Like
think I
tree
said?
roots.
Oh, Lucas.
It wasn't racist. I was.
I don't think
I
that's
was
racist.
comparing it.
That's just a culture
I
thing.
didn't say it was racist.
God.
But
I'm the
and then
racist
in
one right now.
the prequel trilogy, Jesus Christ, in the prequel
Jesus
trilogy,
Christ shows up? No.
yeah, Jesus Christ comes, he descends on his rancor,
And then
and,
he gives them the force.
but
Christ.
Oh, I was gonna say dies on the cross for him, but That's a
Um,
different
And
in
that's
the-
what creates the
In
Force.
the Phantom Menace, the Attack of the Clones, and the Revenge of the Sith, right?
Yes.
It's been a while since I've seen the
Fuck George
prequels.
Lucas.
But in the prequel trilogy, they introduced this concept called midichlorians, which is like basically like a
I
little
didn't know.
tiny organism inside your blood cells that allows you to be force
I
sensitive.
didn't know that.
Yeah, this is like stuff that you gotta like dig into.
Oh, you have to look
like,
it up,
to-
but that's
I
canon.
don't think you have to look it up.
That's
I think,
canon?
but
It's
yeah.
100% canon.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah, which is stupid because I liked in the past it's like a martial art. Anyone just with enough training and meditation, you can
Yeah.
do that. You can
Focus.
lift an entire spaceship out of the swamp just with the sheer
Okay.
force of your will.
I don't know if you played The Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Literally
play
bring
it, but
down
yeah.
A goddamn fucking Star Destroyer. with
Dude,
your
no.
Fucking bare hands.
Watch. I tell you guys this all the goddamn time. Watch that fucking cartoon, The Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars is good. I've watched
Yeah,
it.
Gotta give me
it's
fucking
so
time.
fucking good. It's 22 minutes an episode. Just put it on
Yeah, dude.
while you're jerking off. Just put it on over here and
Or just watch it while you're
or watch it and pay attention because it's really fucking
Like
good.
it gets me to climax.
like there's always like a climax of the episode, like a battle.
Yeah, so
That's
you could try
when
and
you
time
want-
it with
that's
that.
when you
yeah.
exactly.
So I had to jerk off probably 8 times in a row. I'm gonna watch a lot of episodes at once. That's a lot of jerking off.
Oh, I thought you meant like in the same episode. I was like, you shooting?
jerk off 8 times in an episode.
I mean, if it's a challenge, I'm willing to take it up.
That's
I mean,
All right,
it's
it's
not gonna
22
work.
minutes. What's 22 divided by 8?
It's a fucking
It's,
number.
it's
You're
two
smart with
2
math.
point something, 2.8.
22
so
divided.
every
2
2
point-
minutes I do ejaculate.
It's not 2.8.
Do I have to,
22
does something
divided
have
by
to
8.
come out? 'Cause by the end it's gonna be like dry pups. Like
It's 2.75.
2.75.
Every 2.75.
Hey, if you round up, I
minutes.
was right.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it. That's still not.
so I have
But
to jerk off
anyway,
every 2.7.
That show is like what Star Wars should be, and it shows how badass Obi-Wan is. Because it's not Obi-Wan Kenobi or Ben Kenobi, it's General fucking Kenobi, and he's so cool.
Yeah, dude.
He's like cutting down
Who does his voice?
hundreds of. I don't know. I'm not actually sure.
I wish that one guy did his voice.
I wish, yeah, it
What
was.
is his
Ewan
name?
McGregor.
Yeah,
Ewan
I really
McGregor.
like him.
I like Ewan McGregor.
He was in a movie where he was gay with Jim Carrey. Oh, I Love You, something Morris.
Gay Morris.
Gay Morris.
Gay Morris.
Gaylord. That's a real name, okay?
Gaylord Fokker.
Yeah,
Gaylord Fokker.
That's the name in a movie.
I hope Ben Stiller's in the new Star Wars. Just like a cameo.
I think Ben Stiller should probably just be in everything.
You guys you guys have seen Zoolander, right?
No.
It's been a long ass time.
Okay, well, we'll watch Zoolander later.
Okay.
The school teaches how to read and.
Oh
I can't-
yeah, I have.
The
seen
Derek
that.
Zoolander School
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
kids who can't read good.
Yeah, I've seen
It's so
that.
goddamn sweet. You mean there's gonna be really, really ridiculously good looking?
What is
I
this?
kind of fucking hate that movie. Actually, now
What
I'm
is
thinking
this?
about
A
it.
School for Ants? Dude, I love that movie.
I
I'm
kinda hate
really
that
not
movie
a
now
fan
I'm
of
thinking
him.
about it.
Don't you guys see this real life being really, 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 really ridiculously good looking?
I really don't like him.
I kind
love-
of. He's
I
the
love Ben
guy.
Stiller.
I like Vince Vaughn in that
I like
as well,
Vince
but I would
Vaughn. Vince
replace
Vaughn.
Ben Stiller in a goddamn
I
second.
wouldn't. I don't like
Ben Stiller?
I'm
Oh,
saying
you
I would
would
replace
replace
Ben
Ben
Stiller.
Stiller's character.
They keep
Okay,
Vince
yeah.
Vaughn. He's perfect.
Who would
for
you
that.
Yeah.
put? Who would you put instead of Ben Stiller?
Like Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson would have.
Man,
no.
he would've-
that's
I
a
know.
downgrade. He was in
It's
Zoolander
about
too.
the same.
Yeah,
I
they're
would
basically
say,
like.
like
Yeah, I
Will
think that's
Ferrell
the
or
same.
something.
Will
I
Ferrell
think-
would have done really good.
Well, I think Ben Stiller.
I think Will Ferrell would have been really funny as like that, just like.
I don't
jock.
think he needs to be replaced. His character in Dodgeball.
Yeah,
needs to
I
be
thought he'd be
replaced,
really good.
But I just don't like him. Like as an
Okay.
actor,
I
I,
like
don't.
Ben
Have you
Stiller.
seen Starsky and Hutch?
No. I
Yeah,
hate
I think
that.
so.
I fucking hate
I
it's
don't
a Ben
remember
Stiller
it.
and Owen Wilson.
I'm not a fan of Owen Wilson.
I like
Neither
him in
am I.
Wedding
I
Crashers.
just can't handle
When
his
he's with
nose.
Vince Vaughn. on
It's
it.
his fucking nose. It pisses
my
me
God.
off.
Can't handle like it's so weirdly shaped. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it always like when I was a kid I'd never noticed it.
No.
But then as I grew up I was like, that thing is so oddly shaped. Did it break after like one of his movies?
He was in a movie with Jackie Chan. I liked that movie. You know what I'm talking
Like Shanghai
Bulletproof Monk.
Noon.
No.
Shanghai Nights.
Shanghai
Yeah.
Nights.
Bulletproof
Yeah,
Monk's
I don't know if
Sean
that's
William
right.
Scott.
it is.
It's a
Shanghai
movie.
Nights.
I mean,
It is a movie. Yeah.
Shanghai
But,
Nights is a movie.
Yeah, it's got
Nights
Owen
or
Wilson and
Heights?
Jackie Chan.
I said Noon.
Nights.
What
Shanghai
the fuck?
Nights. is-
Shanghai Noon is also a movie. I think.
It might be.
I don't
said-
know. Maybe it's not.
Shanghai Nights is a movie, and it's got Owen Wilson and Jackie Chan, and I like that movie. I would replace him, but I like that movie.
I like Jackie Chan movies.
Oh, dude, Jackie Chan is so funny in the outtakes at the end. Just because it's every outtake is him fucking up his lines.
Because he just
Like,
does
yeah, because he's saying, like, he just says the wrong thing.
I don't
like,
know English. I'm
Yeah,
just doing the
he's like,
martial arts,
yeah.
Did
guys.
you ever watch the Jackie Chan cartoon when you were younger?
Yes, I love the
fucking
Jackie.
hated
I-
it.
What?
I fucking hated
I saw it on, and I would just never
Dude,
stop.
I
It
love
made me so uncomfortable, and I don't know why. I thought the animation
Lucas,
was weird.
you sounded more and more racist. Like
I'm not. I just don't like it.
I didn't even think of it that way.
They just had to make
Just
everything
goddamn
racist.
Chinese people. And
God, I mean, they just should have.
so when I showed you those clips from Ip Man earlier, were you uncomfortable then? 'Cause
No,
that's
I
a
thought that
Chinese
was
movie.
awesome.
That's a Chinese
I thought it was a
movie.
Japanese movie.
Mm-mm.
Oh, what the
Oh,
fuck
you
do I know?
didn't know the
Yeah,
difference.
you don't know the difference between Eastern Asians.
Oh, and
I'm
you
trying to
do?
say.
Fuck you. Fuck you people. Fuck you people.
You don't know the difference between Eastern Asians. That's okay.
No.
I don't.
I don't think. Actually, I was watching a stand-up comedian who was weirdly good at that. Like, he walked around his crowd looking for Asians. He's like, let's play a game called Guess the Asian because I'm really fucking good at
That's
it.
a racist game.
And yeah, it is. And it was really funny because he only got one wrong. And I thought that was
That's-
incredible. He did like 6 or 7 and he got one wrong. It was
I
awesome.
feel like you can't get mad if people don't know what part of.
Eastern
like,
Asia,
if you-
Southeastern
Technically,
Asia.
a
If you-
Russians
If you see like a person with tan skin, like you don't just know like they're like
Yeah.
I
you
don't call them
know
Asians.
Oh, we do.
Russians? I've
Yeah.
never heard anyone call
Well, I mean, we
Russians.
usually just call them Russians.
Is it
because they're
Russian?
Russians. Like
Yeah.
Mongolians.
Russia is Russia, you know.
Yeah.
But it's part of Asia.
But it
If
is
you-
also like,
If you call them Asians, they might get a little testy. They might get a little mad.
They might get
you know, if
testy.
you really just look at them, they'll probably
yeah,
get a
yeah,
little mad.
Stalingrad.
Ugh, stop.
I did a fucking speech on Stalingrad. It was magnificent.
Yeah, you did.
It was wonderful.
I could probably give
I
that
wasn't-
speech right now. but I'm not
Do you
going
want to?
Please don't.
Really
I
want
really
to give
no.
this speech.
You guys want to learn about Stalingrad? Okay, kids.
All right,
Let me
listen.
get naked.
That's how I gave the speech.
That's how I gave the speech,
Yes.
completely in the nude.
I feel
Except
like
with a
that's good
leaf.
strat
I didn't shave.
Actually, you just got the hammer and sickle and you put them in front of your junk.
of the Soviet flag.
Yeah.
So by the end of the war, the Russians would chop up their cocks and beat men to death with them because they were so large.
Because it was so frozen. Everything was just frozen.
They're just
so-
clubs.
They just had to let it go.
their dicks were just clubs.
This is
they just
ridiculous.
club men to death with their
That's what
penis.
they were called. They were called the clubmen, but that was in Russian. So we're just making up history now.
That's not making up. That's
I feel like
fine.
that's
said
just
that in my
history.
speech.
So
It's made up history.
And I got
It's
100 on
history.
it.
I feel like I could have made up history because it was informative. So I'm informing of my version of history.
Or you could have just
Like Jesus came down with a goddamn machine gun shooting holy crosses at
I
everybody.
don't know. That's
like,
so. I feel like some people are gonna call your bullshit on that
People
one.
might be like, wait a second.
Hold on. Excuse
Wait
me.
a second.
Is this BC?
Hold on. Time out. Because in my project, Jesus, he was in the Civil War riding a dinosaur. So I don't know how he was in both.
I've showed you guys that picture of Jesus riding dinosaurs,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, nobody likes the boss's son, so
Nobody
The
likes the
boss's
boss's
son.
son. Thanks, Bill Burr.
thank you, Bill Burr. Oh my god, I fucking love
Go
Bill
tell
Burr.
your dad.
Go tell you, I don't give a fuck. They're brushing off cases of pedophilia like it's nothing. Oh really? Go fuck yourself.
The Catholic
What?
Church, man.
What is that? Get the fuck in. What? Da, 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 da?
Do you guys want to like declare one of the three of us an anti-pope? And
Is that a thing that we can do? I feel like there
I'm
already is
not
an
religious.
anti-pope.
I don't know if we can,
Isn't there already an anti-pope?
but I know that that's a thing you can do in Crusader
We
Kings.
could
is you can
literally
declare
declare
someone-
ourselves the new popes.
I
we
feel
can,
like
we can say whatever we
yeah, I
want.
feel like if we were to do that, no one would take us seriously. But if we were to say like, "Hey, we're challenging," they probably still wouldn't take us seriously. They just call their Catholic hitmen
Who
I
the
don't,
fuck
I don't
are
think
the
they even
Catholic
waste their
hitmen?
time.
the Irish.
The Irish? Oh, Irish.
The NRA, right? Is that?
IRA.
The NRA?
The NRA is the National,
National Rifle Association.
You remember that guy?
Dude,
you remember what you said
You know what?
junior year when you wore that shirt?
No.
The NRA shirt? I'm like, that's a nice shirt. You're like, yeah, I like to wear it to school shootings. I swear to God, you said that.
NRA shirt.
I laughed so goddamn
Isn't the
hard.
NRA like really Catholic anyway, or like
fuck
really
if I
Christian?
know.
So there you go.
I don't know.
Charlton Heston.
Fuck
The
it, I don't know.
NRA.
That's a good way to put it.
When you said that to me, Fergie's face fucking dropped, and I started fucking crying because I was laughing so goddamn hard.
I didn't even know I had an NRA shirt.
You said you're like, I like to wear it to school shootings.
It's a good joke. I'm glad I made that.
That's a terrible joke.
I'm glad I made that.
I think it was sophomore year, so it was like probably a week after what happened. Okay, we don't need to talk about it anymore. But
Yeah, we don't.
yeah,
Sophomore
I
year.
don't.
it's a sensitive sophomore year fucking bloated.
Yeah, but what was there a school shooting sophomore year?
Yes.
At our school?
No, fuck
No,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna say,
yeah,
sorry,
there was a
wasn't.
goddamn shooting in our
No.
school. There was that one in like New Hampshire.
Oh, with the kids, New
yeah.
New Hope or whatever.
Wasn't it Connecticut?
New Hope, that's a movie.
No, it was Hope something. Hope Elementary School or something like
Was
that.
it in? I thought it was in Connecticut.
It was in the
It was
Northeast.
it was in that.
It was in the New England area.
New England area.
How sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's enough of that. We don't need to
That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
so.
but sophomore year is like big fucking cocks.
Sophomore year was arguably like the worst
It's the
year.
worst
of
fucking
mine.
year.
Sophomore year, yeah. I don't even know what my worst year of high school was.
Sophomore year.
Probably freshman year. Maybe junior year.
Freshman year was probably the best.
Really?
No. Junior year.
I think my senior year was my best, the last year, because it was just. I had decided that I was just done caring.
Karen? Yeah.
Dude, honestly, the
Like-
best part about senior year was coming into school the first day. I walked into a freshman. This kid dropped his
Oh
books.
yeah.
I honestly think I made him shit his pants. I wasn't even mad. Like, he bumped into me. It's
Yeah.
not a big deal. So I was like, oh God, I'm sorry. I'm like, fucking right, you're sorry. Like,
Yeah.
goddamn.
Is that what you said?
I had a
No, I
very,
didn't. Just looked at him like, yeah. I just walked away. I'm like,
I
God,
had a
I'm
very
fucking
similar
powerful.
experience.
Well, it lasted, like,
the
the
very
first few weeks.
like probably the first week of school, I was walking through the hallway down towards our math room, and it was through the freshman hallway, and so one of them dropped like was carrying too many books and just splayed out across the hallway, and I was coming up and I stopped up. I slowed down. I stopped up short because I was gonna wait for them, or I was actually gonna help them. That's what
No,
I
you
planned on doing.
weren't.
I was. I'm not an asshole. I help people when they drop their shit. But this kid just like looked at me wide-eyed like a doe and just pushed, instead of like picking their shit up and like bringing it to them, they just pushed it out of my way and like backed up.
And then like a week later, they realized that we're all pushovers. Like,
Yeah.
we're not mean people.
We wouldn't have done shit. Yeah, I was like,
And then,
oh,
God, no.
and then they just didn't care.
I
Yeah.
don't think I walked through that hallway again
I don't. Yeah. I mean,
after that.
did you guys have like a freshman buddy? Did you have like a little like
we had
you
we had the boys.
Ben and Reese.
Yeah, we had our
they were
boys.
buddies.
I don't think I had a. I
We
don't
gave
think I
them
really had a
we gave
freshman.
them our advice.
I took them to the movies.
I don't think I really had a freshman buddy.
Yeah, we had.
I guess I missed out.
I liked having,
Reese asked
having
me
a kid.
to. I can't say that.
I shouldn't say I like having a kid, but I like
Having
liked
like a
Like having a little buddy.
To me,
Having a
Yeah.
little
like
buddy.
little
freshman
freshman
year.
kid.
I had Gary Heller.
Yeah, exactly. We had like.
Ooh.
I
miss
you
Gary.
guys
shouldn't
clapped?
say I had him.
We, well, I mean, like, he was my friend. He was my senior friend.
You clapped?
As a freshman, yes, we clapped.
I think my let's see. I don't think I had a senior friend.
Gary's
but I-
my senior friend.
But I had my older brother's friends as long as he wasn't around. They were alright. Like they would
But
they would
then
give
they
me
just beat the
advice.
crap out of
Yeah,
you.
if he was around though, they would just all gang beat me. But as long as
I
he
thought
was
you were
he
gonna
was
say
shut
gang
up.
rape.
Well, I mean, it wasn't really rape.
What,
just-
he exaggerated
what,
winked.
what defines Raylan?
I mean, I was dressed. I mean, I was after.
Nothing
no,
was
I'm just
in it.
kidding.
Nothing was inside of me.
Yeah. Well, no. I
Okay,
mean,
well-
it was definitely inside of me, but I wasn't struggling. If you know what I'm.
Okay. this is-
Anyway. As long as he wasn't around, they would they'd be like, listen here, Colin, this is what you don't want to do. And most of it was get in a relationship. Most of the time, it's just be single, get smashed, get laid, and
Get
live your
paid.
Did you
Get
listen to
paid.
any of that?
Hey now, you're an all-star.
life. Hey now,
Get your game on.
Yeah.
Get paid.
Did I listen to them? I've never been drunk. I am a virgin, and I make $8.50 an hour. So
He's living the life.
You also dated crazy women.
I've also only ever dated crazy women. One of
Yeah.
them gave me a blowjob in a cemetery, and she didn't let me finish.
Isn't that romantic?
He got blue balls.
Yeah, I did. That night.
Then he
Would
jerked
you-
off on a gravestone.
No. Would you like to hear about me jerking off that night, though?
Yes.
I absolutely
I
did.
guess.
Yeah, I want to.
So,
Wow, we're going south.
I don't give a shit.
this is good. This is good content. So that day, she got here around 10 in the morning. I didn't get it.
So it was like a 12-hour. Like it was
no,
like,
it was.
A 12-hour
It was a
blowjob.
slow build. Well, like all day
Yeah.
she would just slow it.
She just
Sucking.
made sure that I stayed hard from about 10:40 until about 9, which is way longer
Like,
than
that
is
point, you're just
necessary.
I'm just looking at you, right?
Which is way longer than is necessary.
Eventually, you just gotta give up on yourself. You'll be like, I'm like,
My,
Yeah,
my dick
she
can't
just-
take this anymore.
But
It's like
it
I'm
wasn't.
flexing all
No, it
goddamn
wasn't
day.
like it wasn't like she
How old
was
were you?
actively. That was
Freshman year, fifth
Yeah.
oh, so that was possible. That was easy.
Yeah,
That didn't
I mean,
even
she,
faze you.
she
You're
just
talking
had,
like we're old men. I'm like, I can't even get hard. Like, you know.
Well, I
it's
mean,
not like she
I
was
got
like.
three
It's not like she was
goddamn bells.
actively like touching and playing with
rubbing
it. She
your
would
dick.
just like occasionally just diddle a little bit and
Cup your
then
balls.
keep watching the movie or whatever.
Just cup your balls. Like,
And,
is that good
and
for
then
you?
we
This is good for me.
around 4. Jesus Christ, is it good for you? It's fine for me.
It's fine for me.
Around 3:30, 4 o'clock, we walked out. We went for a walk, and I was like, because what it was we're not allowed in the basement. Like me and a girl, we're not allowed in the basement. Girls can't go upstairs when they're at my house. like that was my parents' rule. Like we had to stay on the level with my parent.
I had very stupid rules about that.
And
I'd love to hear them.
and so we would sit on that little tiny couch I have in the dining room area.
Yes.
Where and just for as
Where
much
you
privacy,
got banished that one time I came over.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
For as much privacy as we could get when there's no door in between.
Under the blanket handy. That's always a plus.
Not even.
Wow. No
it
blankets.
was almost always summer, so no blankets. So
That'd be too suspicious. You're right.
yeah. Why do you have that blanket? It's 90 degrees.
Because I'm getting a hand job.
Mom? And why is she under
Least
the...
I'm honest.
Also, why is her head under there? Huh?
And
does
why
she
is
need
it
to be
moving
under-
up and down?
Why does she need to be under the blanket? Well, she was cold. And she's trying to start a fire under there is what's going on.
Was this the blonde one or no?
No, brown curly. Okay. And, yeah, haven't talked to her. And
Either.
so anyway, we walked down to the... Because I needed some privacy, so I'm like, we're going for a walk. We're going to find somewhere secluded, probably a field.
A cemetery. Probably a cemetery where people are dead beneath us.
That was not the
'Cause
plan.
That's hot.
That was
It's
not the
hot
plan.
as shit.
That was not the plan. But we went on a walk that direction, and the cemetery's down there.
Yeah, a cemetery seems like a good place to
And I was
get
like, that's
that.
somewhere that people don't often go.
To get blowjobs. People go there to visit their dead relatives.
People don't go
Not
to
to be
that.
like, I'm gonna go get my dick sucked. Let's go to the cemetery.
Look, people don't go to that cemetery often. Like that's a very like.
So after we passed a man mourning his wife, we immediately sat
So
down
we
on
laid
a great
down.
And I unzipped my pants
So
to get a blowjob.
the way the layout of the cemetery down there is, I'll show you guys sometime. But you go in and there's like
I
a
don't know if I
loop,
wanna see where
and
you
in the
got a
center of the
blowjob.
loop is this big
That's
ass.
my uncle. Like, it's
I
gonna be
do.
like that.
I do.
Is this big ass
No, now you say that,
statue
Andy.
of Jesus on the? He's not on the cross. He's going like this, and then behind him there's like this small like semicircular grove of trees. And we stopped there. We were just walking. Like this, it wasn't like we weren't going down there to do that, but we were just walking. It was a good place to turn around and start heading back. And
In the middle of the
and then
cemetery.
yeah, and then I was like, hey, guess what? And then we started making out, and it got a little hot and heavy. And then, but we were standing in front of the Jesus statue at the beginning. I was like, we need to move because he's looking at me.
and then she was kneeling and you were still standing.
No.
And just looking at Jesus.
But,
And you assume the position of hands spread out wide,
Like, as though we were on the cross.
as though you're on the cross with your feet crossed like that
And
too.
okay, so we just marked Christians off as not viewing this show anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, we just lost a big audience
Mhm.
until one of us has I'll tell my rockstar plans.
But oh, that's true. But so I was like, we need to move. So we went back behind the grove of trees, which also blocked the view from the road. So that was a smart move, and that was actually the first time I ever saw anybody that I was like romantically interested in naked. Like
Was that
she
exciting?
got completely naked.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's silly. Isn't that
She
silly?
got completely naked.
Well, she
like
didn't want
socks
to.
and everything off.
Well, yeah, she was wearing flip
She didn't want to. I just made her.
She like it wasn't like she's like, oh, I'm gonna get naked. I'm like, hey, let's get naked. And then she started to, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to take my underwear off, so I didn't. And
I
then,
don't want to take my underwear off. I'll just watch you take off yours. That's okay.
and
that's
then
grade A.
that was also the first time I ever ate anybody out.
Wow.
Which was, and I've got to
Basically,
say,
no one is ever gonna hear this. Anyway.
and
We don't know that.
And I've got to say, that's my favorite activity I've ever done.
Eating someone out.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's enjoyable. I mean, vaginas look weird, but
They do. They look weird, but if you close your eyes, then it's fine.
They look very weird.
It's just soft. But yeah, and then she gave me like half a blowjob, and she was like, "Okay, we need to get back to your house. Your mom's gonna wonder where we are." And I'm like, "We're not finished. What do you mean?" And she starts putting her clothes back on, and I was just laying there on the ground. I was like, "Please don't stop, please."
Good
And
times.
so she started to leave. She just straight up like started. She's like, "I'm gonna leave you here," and I was like, "Please
Please.
don't stop."
Please.
My
Please.
dick will-
Please, Bunner.
PLS.
Yeah, please, Bunner.
Yeah, I wasn't saying please. I was.
My dick
It was
won't
PLS.
What
I
did you
was-
say?
I said my dick won't suck itself.
Yeah, and then
It's a true fact.
so we got back around like 5:36 and.
5:36.
And
Exactly.
5:30.
That's a
No,
very
I know.
5:30
I'm
dash
just kidding.
6.
I know.
Okay.
And then we just hung out, and it was the same as all morning. She
You
just
hung out.
occasionally fondled and kept me hard,
And you're just
which was rude. It was just rude. She enjoyed just
you
putting me on the
fucking
edge like that.
charlatan.
But and then like 8:30, my mom's like, or around 7:30, my mom's like, "Hey, I need to go to Walmart before we take her home." And I was like, "Mom, I don't care. She doesn't have to be home till 10." And then My mom.
Damn.
And then like half an hour later, my mom's like, no, I would like to go to Walmart now, so we're gonna take her home now. And I was like, Mom, I'm not done getting my dick fondled.
And then she's like, well, I guess only one of us is going to Walmart now.
And no, so we went to Walmart, and it was me, my mom, her boyfriend, my girlfriend, and my little brother in the van. And we got to Walmart. Nothing like happened in the back of the van or anything, because I know that's what you're expecting me to say. Nothing happened in the back of the van. We just rode and listened to. I liked country music at the time.
Was this what you planned to tell us?
What?
Was this story what you?
No.
No, this is just okay. I just wondering.
And then we got to Walmart, and my mom's like, "Okay, everyone, we're going in." And I was like, and at this point, I had been hard for like 11 hours.
Oh my god.
So I'm like,
I'm gonna wait outside. I'm gonna wait in the parking lot.
No. My balls just hurt so bad that it hurt to walk. So I was like, I'm just gonna take a nap. And my girlfriend's like, no, we should go in with your mom. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna stay here. You can go in, but I'm not getting up.
But I'm not gonna stand up.
From the waist down, I can't fucking move.
It hurt. So she did. Like everybody but me. So my mom, my little brother.
That's when
my
you
mom's
become a
boyfriend,
hero
and my
and
girlfriend.
you rub one out in the Walmart.
I should have, but I didn't. I did take a nap. They took about 20 minutes, so it was enough time. It was plenty of time.
For you to
but I
recuperate?
didn't. Yeah, I could have, but I didn't. I took a nap. I fell asleep. And they got back, and then we took her home. And I came home, and
then you took yourself
I
home.
Came down into the basement that we're in right now, to that room right there, laid on the bed. There was another mattress on top of that one, and that was Nate's bed. And that was my older brother's bed, and he was out at a party or something. I don't know. But I jerked off for roughly 4 minutes. and so I was leaned up against the wall, like sitting like this with my iPod like this, going like this, and
If for all of you that
oh yeah, I'm holding.
He's mimicking.
I'm holding my
the position.
my iPod in my left hand, like off to the left side, and I'm jerking it. And
what the hell? What the hell?
As I come to climax, I drop my iPod. So I leaned over, and I came so hard that I went over my shoulder. It would have hit me. It would have hit me square in the face. But I leaned over to pick up my iPod and narrowly missed. And I was like, ah!
You came in your own face.
I would have.
Oh my god. You might have blinded yourself.
Yeah.
You would have had like a white eye, like those people do. Would you
have screamed for help?
I can't see.
Like you came in your eyes.
No, I would not have.
I can't see.
And that's when I hit rock bottom.
That's when I hit.
My mom came in and she's like, well, let me get a washcloth.
Oh my fucking
No,
god.
yeah. I narrowly avoided coming in my own face on accident.
That's not the story of getting a blowjob in the cemetery. That's the story of almost coming in my. That's the important
But
part.
see, like I like to tell, like to say that it's about the blowjob, so that's a surprise ending. They're like, oh, I did not see
it
that
was a
coming.
surprise ending.
Yeah, it was.
You basically gave yourself a cum shot.
Almost.
No,
Almost.
he dodged it.
I dodged it. I'm a cum
I
dodger.
will never forget the first time I masturbated. That's
Oh my god.
serious.
I won't either because it was awful. Because I didn't
It
know
was
that I was
horrible.
supposed to get
Okay.
to. No, you go ahead.
So, I'm in my basement at
Jesus
the
Christ.
house I live in now.
This is good shit.
No,
like,
it's not.
I go in. I'm like probably like 12, 13 on that first masturbation age. Like probably.
I'm at
Hold
the
on.
age.
Before
I'm
we
at the
continue,
age.
when he said that first masturbation age, he was also like miming it. He was jerking
You
off
know,
at me.
You gotta show him. Anyway.
I'm 12, 9. I'm 8. I'm
Yeah.
7 years old.
Okay, but I'm going. I think I'm like going and watching a movie. An 11-year-old movie.
What movie?
I don't know. I was gonna go. I wasn't planning on jerking
All
off.
he just sees bikini. He didn't see nipple.
My dick just gets hard.
Yeah.
And he's just
Anyway.
like, wow.
I opened the DVD player. I found a porno.
Wow, that's impressive.
It was my brother's.
Of course
It was good shit. My brother's a scumbag.
No.
I'm just saying. As that child, it
if-
was my first one. I lost my shit.
if-
I'm like, what? These are tits. Like those are boobs. Like I'm like, those are
ever-
fucking boobs. I've never seen those before. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch this.
Hold on.
Of course you are.
Before you
Yeah, no one's in
continue,
the house.
the year is 2015. No porno that's on a DVD is still good shit.
Oh, I'm saying then.
Okay, yeah,
Then it
'cause-
was. Now
'cause
it's
it's
like,
not-
oh my god.
I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I don't know.
No, I've
You know,
seen
like
some DVD
80
porn. It's not good.
80s Bush. Anyway.
That's
Hold
what it
on.
was called. That's what.
Yeah, that's
But
that's VHS.
I watched it.
Yes,
And
it
like-
is. It's not okay. That doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm watching. I started jerking off.
Was it in HD? No, I'm just kidding.
It was a high quality television. But I started jerking off. It didn't take long because this is my first time. And I start, it's happening. You know, the
And
climax. I'm freaking the fuck out. Somehow I'm like, ah, ah, ah.
You didn't know, like, you didn't have anything to clean yourself with, or?
Oh fuck, I ran upstairs to take a shower. Don't ran upstairs to take a shower.
It's the shower.
I'm imagining you running past both your mom and your dad.
Well, I was home alone.
He's like, "Ah!" you're still like,
Primal fear.
you're still pumping. You're just running through the kitchen like, ah!
That's funny.
It's like a fire.
Well, I guess now it's my turn.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah,
What's
go
your
ahead.
jerking off story?
Mine's way more boring.
I've got a second jerking off
I was just in
story.
the shower when I was young, and I did with my imagination.
Really?
Yeah.
What were you imagining?
Sex. I don't know.
That's it?
Boobs. I don't
That's
know.
so vanilla.
I know, it's really boring. And I
Okay,
think that's
so
I hope that's
He
a good
almost
thing.
came in his face. I didn't know what was happening. You were in the shower.
That wasn't his first time.
That wasn't my first time.
Oh, is this your first
I
time?
have the story of my first time.
Oh my god. What is
So-
happening?
So it was... No.
He got it in his mouth. You can just say that out loud.
I've
You
You
can
tell
never-
us. You're in a circle of
I've-
friends, and whoever's gonna listen.
I've never had cum in my mouth.
Yeah.
My own cum in my mouth.
Yeah.
His own cum. His own cum.
Yeah, no, my own. We'll stay safe.
He's not sure. Like
Yeah.
that's just for sure.
That's what I'm
Shit
saying.
gets
Like,
crazy.
It's just a safety net.
there was a lot of baseball practices that I just don't recall.
That's okay.
So,
This is fucking
And
great.
your pastor was the coach, right? No.
no, was never a religious guy.
Wow, weird.
But,
That's fucking bad.
Deep end.
he very well could have been
They call this the
You
deep.
push
priest.
We'll call this the deep end.
But I had, it was a situation where I was hanging out with my older brother's friends because my older brother had gone off, like probably hooking up with a girl in the other room or something, and it was just me and a couple of his friends, and they were talking about. I wasn't like I wasn't participating. Like I wasn't old enough to hold like a real conversation at that point.
I know what you mean. I feel that. Like there's just a point where like
Yeah, I just wasn't socially
yeah.
competent
Right,
enough to hang with the older kids, but I was there and they were talking about jerking off and I was like, I don't know what that is, and so I went
So
home
you
and
had to
I
get the scoop, right? You listen to what.
yeah I was listening in on them, and then and when I got home on our old ass computer, I waited till mom went to bed and I googled what is jerking off. I recall typing that in.
Did you
And-
see images? Did
Yeah.
you see video?
I didn't watch a video, but I
pretty
saw
simple.
like an image of the guy and there was an arrow actually. I'll never forget.
There was,
It was like it was a guy with his hand on his dick, and there was one of those arrows on each side.
Double-sided arrow.
Yeah, and
as
and I-
there usually is.
yeah, and I was like, okay, I get it. And they were talking, and when my older brother's friends were talking about it, they were describing it as though it was this heavenly thing. It was this wonderful experience. So I was like, all right, I get it. I turned the computer off because it was past my bedtime anyway. And then I went upstairs and I laid down and I started dry dogging it
Obviously.
for about 5 minutes, and then I was like, this blows. What the fuck? Because I didn't know that I was supposed to come. I didn't know the climax was
I didn't know
was
I
a
was
part
supposed
of
to
it.
I didn't know I was supposed to come either.
I didn't realize that until it happened.
I didn't know that was a
I
part
know,
of
it's
it.
too late.
I was just like, wow.
And
so
I
it's
was
happening.
just-
I was like, this is awesome.
And I was laying under my blanket, and I was starting. It was hot, and I was getting sweaty, and I'm like, this sucks. Now I'm gonna have to sleep in my own sweat. Fuck this. And I stopped, and that was my first. And then the second time, I came, and I was like, wow, I understand why they were. So yeah, that's the
Wow.
first and second time I ever jerked off.
Why?
I'm so glad that we got to this.
Well, he told the story about almost getting cum in his face.
How long have we been going?
It's been about an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, that means we got plenty of time.
Yeah, we.
Oh, fuck. We can keep going if we want.
We
Yeah,
can
nothing
we'll
but
go,
time.
We'll go forever. All right, Lucas, you
Dude,
Hold on,
okay.
forever's a real long time.
I can only hold
You gotta work
507 hours on this, but yeah, I think we can do that. So, I have a guide. I think I'm gonna write a book someday once I'm living my life.
A book
I
about
think
what?
you might have told me this story.
What story? My rock star?
Yeah.
journey?
Oh
I
yeah,
think-
yeah.
I
No,
think-
we've-
oh, yeah,
we've-
I just
we've
wanna let
definitely
everyone-
talked
I wanna
about
let
it.
everyone- Yep.
Yeah, I understand.
So, like, someday I'm gonna become a rock star. A lot of things rock stars do is they OD and die. Kurt Cobain. I mean,
It's
he
a
killed
thing.
himself.
It
The
is.
same thing. Anyway,
It's not the same thing.
It's
actually
pretty
completely
similar.
different. But
it's completely different. Fake history. That's what we do here.
Amy Winehouse.
Amy
She's
Winehouse.
not a rock
She's not
star.
a rock star. Fuck her. Anyway.
A lot of people did. Anyway.
Yeah. So basically, when you're a rock star, first thing you gotta do, make an album, get a band, get famous, get signed to somewhere. You know that bullshit. Then you make another album. You're starting to get
That's
recognition.
us.
Yes.
Get a third album. You fucking sell out,
Yeah.
and you start doing cocaine.
Damn straight
and
you do.
I think you start at the beginning doing the cocaine, but then
Like, okay, I'll go back.
What if you can't afford it?
Yeah, and you gotta go do 2 albums. That way you're making money. You got a nice house. Your wife is so fucking hot. You have beautiful children. Blah, blah,
You
blah.
Wolf of Wall Street all the way. No.
Yeah, then you start doing cocaine. You do like fucking Colombian cocaine, the
The
real,
real
shit.
shit.
You're doing heroin,
I'm glad we
You
both
sell
said
your-
the real shit.
Yeah.
the real shit. You
So
sell your
that's what
band
it
members
is.
out.
Yeah.
Then you
Now
like,
it's just 4 dudes that like do a
Do
cover.
cocaine.
Yeah.
then like your band member's like, fuck you, you're a fucking idiot. I fucking hate you because you're a drug addict. You're like, fine, fuck it, I'll be the band by myself. Well, you're snorting cocaine
Solo
like a
project
hooker's
is what he's
asshole.
saying.
And then you go to the next album. It's such complete, utter horse shit. Because you're so fucking high on cocaine. Your wife left you. She took the kids. You're alone. You're on cocaine. Then you OD. You don't die, though. If you die, then this plan's just fucked up because you're dead and you're in hell.
Yes. And you're in hell.
Because you're doing cocaine and you're a rock star. Anyway.
Cocaine gets you straight to hell.
Maybe. I haven't done the math yet, but...
The math. Okay.
Once we
you're
figure it
right.
out.
Once we do the.
Once I do the statistics,
Plug it in
how
the
many people go to
algorithm.
hell. Okay.
We have a
then-
spreadsheet and we have to
Yeah,
find
I'm
the
working
right
on it as we speak.
column. Yeah.
But then you OD and you get out of hospital. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep doing cocaine because I'm a rock star and I can afford it. You can't afford it, so you start doing shitty cocaine, aka heroin. You're
Is,
still
is
a rock
that
star.
what shitty cocaine? Is that the street name for heroin? Is shitty cocaine?
I like to think so.
Okay.
But
I thought heroin was like a step above cocaine.
you're in like the papers like washed up rock star, fucked up, moron.
No, they would never put fucked up in the paper.
You're right.
The paper I have, they would. But anyway,
You're gonna make a newspaper also.
you know, maybe.
To
That's
hate
where
on
the,
you?
that's where the passive
Yes.
income comes from.
Because I'm a cocaine addict, a heroin addict now.
So you need this newspaper business to fund your cocaine ad?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
action?
for the plan. They don't know I own it. I'm a heroin addict.
So
But this is part of the plan. Like you premeditated all of this.
Oh, of course I
Okay.
did.
I feel like
Of course I
the
did.
Okay.
newspaper thing just was spontaneous right now.
It was spontaneous. I
Yeah, I
added
figured.
that. But then you OD like 2 more times. Then
Yeah,
When
there's
you're
nothing in
kids,
between
You
or
just keep
anything.
telling your body to almost die.
and then like one of your kids is like, Dad. He's like, probably,
Dad, I love
almost
you.
an adult now.
Please
He's like,
stop.
Dad, I love you. You weren't in my life, but I need you to be a good person now. So you find Jesus. You could
Hold-
literally find Jesus.
You
could
air quotes.
metaphorically find Jesus.
Yeah,
Or you could just be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be a
You can just say you found
yeah.
Jesus.
You can say
Yes.
I found.
So you're
Jesus.
religious now. You become a Christian-based rock star who went through rehab and got his family back. Think of your fucking
Come back
audience
up.
now.
Yeah.
You go to
All the
comeback
old-
album. You get all the old
Jesus.
band members back.
All the old
You
fans
got
are
a
like,
fucking reunion.
whoa.
You're making big fucking bucks.
All the
You
old
do heroin
fans.
stuff if you want to.
Look,
Fuck it. You don't care. You're
All
a
the
rock
old fans
star.
are like, whoa, they're coming back for a reunion album. They're finally getting together again. And then all these Christians are like,
Jared's not a dick anymore.
yeah. And then
That's
all
your name. That's
all
what
these
you
Christians
change
are
your
like,
name.
I love a good comeback story. Someone found Jesus. We need
Yeah.
to check this out.
Yeah.
And like everyone loves an underdog story.
Then
you know?
you tour with Skillet. You tour with
Yes, you Skillet and Reliant K do a tour
in Red.
and Red.
Then you do a scan. Then you have a sex tape scandal. Maybe I don't know. That's your own choice.
Child
yeah.
pornography. Like, did you guys
Whoa,
hear?
Jared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you hear about Jared
Yeah.
and that?
Chill,
Man,
Jared.
Subway.
Subway.
Now-
child
Eat
porn.
fresh.
How many kids do you think?
Oh
used
my
in those
God, he
pants?
was eating the freshest.
Did you hear what I just said?
No.
how many kids do you think you can fit in those pants?
He was eating the freshest meats.
That's terrible.
It's fine.
From West Philadelphia, born and raped.
Fuck.
I was so confused as to where you were going with that
I
song.
thought, are we doing a?
Yeah.
Started making sandwiches in my neighborhood.
Is he from West Philly? Is that what
I don't know. No, I
okay.
just thought the Fresh Prince. Eat fresh.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So you're saying Will Smith is in child pornography?
So what you're saying is Will Smith is Jared.
Will Smith is above everything. He doesn't need any of that.
He doesn't need any of that bullshit.
even if he was, whatever. I'm Will Smith.
Yeah.
I'm Will Smith. I'm a man of black.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones,
You
motherfucker.
see that terrible movie I made? Yeah, everyone loved it.
Yeah.
The critics didn't, but everyone bought it. Jaden loved it, and I got him a big house.
Dude, After Earth was so shitty.
Dude, I loved After Earth.
I you could
I,
Jaden Smith
like-
is complete shit.
Jaden Smith is not a good actor, but that doesn't
No.
mean his
No.
father, like...
Will Smith is a good
Like,
actor.
I could feel the contempt for that movie through Will Smith. Will Smith was like, this is a bad idea. I don't want to do this.
But he's my kid, so I gotta
Yeah.
like love him. So
Yeah, biologically, he has to.
I feel like he just
No.
kind of gave up on acting.
I think he gave
Not
him as
Jaden,
kid.
but Will, yeah.
Yeah, he just wanted to
Oh.
follow rapping.
That worked.
No, he didn't. He didn't want to do that.
No.
Have you seen the episode of The Fresh Prince where, I don't remember what he tells, Will tells Carlton something, and then Carlton breaks the fourth wall by running through the audience yelling about it. He's like freaking out, and he runs from set to set, like through the audience stands. It's really
I
fucking
didn't
funny.
know that. I know what happened.
There was a scene. What's the dad's name? And
Oh fuck! What is
Phil.
his dad name? Phil. No. Yeah, you're right.
Whatever.
Well, I guess because in the show, like Will Smith's dad ran out of him.
Oh,
ran out
I know
of
the scene you're talking about.
And
yeah.
like he started talking about how, and in real life, Will Smith's dad ran out on him, so he started talking to like Phil, and like I guess he like broke down, and like Phil actually wanted to give him a hug and wasn't in the script. It was like, really crazy. It was
I
like,
know
real
the scene you're
emotion.
talking about.
Real emotion.
Real emotion.
Some you just don't see in TV these
People
days.
don't want. They want the truth.
Some you just don't see in television these days.
They
You know,
want
we can't
raw.
have emotions anymore. We can't have Amelia Clark's real naked body anymore. We just can't have anything we want. You know.
Jesus.
Oh
We
fuck.
can't have
We
Jesus.
can't have Jesus
Can't have
because
Jesus? Yeah, need it.
we've got all these red women or whatever.
What the
Are we
fuck are
talking
you
about Indians
talking
again?
about?
No, I'm good.
Wow.
Jesus fucking
Wow.
Christ.
Native Americans.
I
I'm
love
sorry.
it. You're right. That's better.
Yeah.
More like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is more like
Native
it.
Americans.
West Philadelphia.
Born and raised. Born and raped. Sorry.
Born and
I
raped?
messed up the words.
Was Will Smith raped as a child?
Did you hear about
What?
This is totally not anywhere near what
That's
we're
okay.
talking about.
That's
but
fine.
yeah,
we
it's
should
time
get.
to
We
move
should get
on.
away from this topic.
Did you hear about the Reddit CEO?
Yeah, dude.
How she
Alan
resigned?
Powell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she resigned. Was it yesterday?
It was today. I
Was
think.
it today? It might have been today.
Maybe she made the announcement today.
That's a big fucking deal. After what's her face was sacked.
Victoria.
Yeah,
Dude,
Victoria,
there were
the
so
AMA
many
lady.
memes about Victoria. I loved it.
Yeah.
I love looking. Mom.
You are such a just an r/circle jerk kind of
I
guy.
I love it so much.
and I hate it.
They're so clever though. Like it seems really stupid, but at the same time, it's
I don't want that.
born too late to explore the earth.
yeah.
Born too soon to explore the galaxy. Born just in time to browse dank memes.
That's his phone wallpaper.
Yes.
It's my
It is his
iPod
phone.
actually. It's not a
iPod,
phone.
whatever.
It's his iPod wallpaper.
And it's the
It's a
best thing
goddamn
ever.
elf.
There's so many Fight Me IRL posts where it was just pictures of her, and
hmm
it was just so funny. Like-
She was like an integral part of the AMA like system, and they just
Oh,
sacked her.
Victoria?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and now
And now they got, I think his name's Steve.
I don't fucking care.
Yeah, whatever. He was like one of the original founders,
hmm
and he like has a lot of ideas and stuff. And yeah, so
Maybe they'll give it like a cool little
they
live group chat.
I think they
thing.
want to make
chat
their
room messaging thing.
they want to make their own actual mobile app, like an actual Reddit app.
That's
not-
good
not
because
just,
they
like, some
fucking need
shitty
one. Have you
third
used
party-
the
Yeah.
new like Safari
Oh,
like
no.
in browser thing? It's much better than it used to be though.
I don't know what that is.
Like in the browser on your iPod, just go to Reddit and it's much better than it used to be. Like there's
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's mobile friendly now and it's really good.
Cool. Well, I still choose the app because
But yeah, I just got rid of the app because
I guess I'll get rid of it's kind of just faster for me to press the button
Yeah.
now than I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, buttons, apps.
yeah buttons.
Steve Jobs.
He's dead.
Wow, I wasn't.
I'm just saying,
I didn't know
Steve
that.
Jobs is not alive.
I thought
Neither is Hitler, so I guess we're in good hands.
when you said he's dead, I was like, why? Yeah, he got stung by a
You
stingray. We all
comparing
know that. That's
Steve
the wrong
Jobs-
Steve.
Got stung
That's
by
the
a-
wrong fucking Steve.
Wow.
Have you seen Steve Irwin's daughter, Bindi?
Yes,
I have not
Yes.
seen. I have not seen Bindi
She's hot.
recently.
she's very attractive.
She's
She's grown up quite well.
yes.
She's grown up.
She's aged well.
I hope she's of age.
I
While we
think-
sit here and say this.
I'm pretty sure she's older than we are. She might be our age.
I think
She
we're
might
about
be.
the same age.
You might be
I
right.
follow her on Instagram. Too close,
Of course
bud.
you
I
is.
don't have an Instagram.
Do you
I
like
do.
double tap them
Is
pictures?
this where we plug ourselves?
I don't have an Instagram either.
I double tap some of those pictures, if you know what I mean.
I
like those pictures.
I don't know what you
I
mean.
don't understand what you mean. Is that a swipe right, swipe left kind of thing? Like a what's that app?
Tinder?
Tinder. That's
Tinder?
swipes?
Conan did that.
Grinder. No.
Grindr. That's the one I
Grindr.
use.
Oh.
Wink. He just winked. They
I
both
just- I
they
just
just winked at each
We
other.
just winked at each other. It's an inside thing.
I wasn't winking. I was just watching.
You could consider
He wasn't
it a
winking. He
sexual
was just
thing.
like unzipping his
I
shorts.
was yes. I just
You
was
wally.
reaching my hand in my pants, which is.
To
Bindi
cup his testicles.
You're just looking up Bindi now.
Irwin. Yeah, I wanted to see her.
Irwin.
Didn't you have something you were going to talk to us about though?
No.
Yeah, but-
Something you wanted to say, but that doesn't matter anymore.
Oh,
Comic
no,
Con's
maybe
happening.
not. Maybe I was
That's
wrong.
something we could
Is
talk
it
about.
happening right now?
Yeah, it's
I've-
happening.
Literally,
actively.
that's why all those trailers are happening.
I've never, ever watched a Comic-Con thing ever.
You know, not as attractive as I used to think she was.
You know what? Let me look at this.
I don't want to let go because I'm sensitive.
Dude, what? She's so hot.
Let me
yeah,
see.
but she's,
Oh my god.
in my head, I just
You're
she was-
ridiculous.
I thought she was gonna be way uglier.
I don't
Actually.
think
Yeah.
she's ugly.
Oh my
You don't have high
God.
expectations, do
Wow.
you? Yeah. See, aren't you
Yeah.
a little blown away?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
But she's
Whew.
And she's all about saving the animals.
Good for her.
98, so she's a little bit younger than us.
She's
That's
probably,
fine.
she's probably 18 now, right?
Probably. Soon.
Maybe.
Maybe, probably.
I mean, I'm trying to find her address as we speak, so.
That's weird.
Wow.
It's a joke. I don't have a passport. I can't go to Australia.
You don't need a passport. Those are just items. You don't need anything to do.
Those are just barricades.
Yeah, those are
just swim there. Life's full of barricades. Just go over them.
Pretty sure you do, in fact.
Not if you just get your own plane.
It's true.
You'd probably be shot down very quickly.
By who?
By any,
By
somebody.
Australians?
by probably Americans.
Dingoes?
Probably, yeah. Probably
A
Americans.
dingo ate my baby?
You'd probably get droned.
A droned?
You would probably get
probed?
You'd probably get drone
Like
strike.
aliens
No,
would shove their fingers on my ass?
no,
Yes.
like
Probed?
drones from America. Like drones, not drone and probe. Or,
they're not even
I
they
close.
don't even rhyme.
Yeah.
There's an O in them.
That's not enough.
There's an O, an R, and an E. We're not rowing.
We're rowing.
Well, we're
now.
rowing to Australia.
We're rowing
I
to
thought we were
Australia.
flying. This doesn't matter.
I can't afford a goddamn jet. I can afford a boat.
You don't need a jet.
I can't even afford a boat.
I
Amelia
can build a
Earhart.
boat. What?
Amelia Earhart didn't have a jet. She just had a plane, and she crashed.
We don't know that.
We don't know.
She might
that.
still be flying
We
around.
don't
with
What
it.
the fuck else would
I
she have
think that was
done?
why. I don't think it was Magic School Bus, but I always remember this very vividly. It was some weird. It wasn't weird. It was just like a children's informative show, where they found like a maybe it was a movie, where they found like a magical jukebox or something, that would take them back in time, and it took them to see Amelia Earhart. They want to know what happened to her, and like apparently, it was really weird because when they went back, they were in the plane when she was about to crash, and Amelia Earhart turns around and she sees the kids back there, and she's like, "What is going on?" And then she loses control of the plane, so like the kids cause her to crash.
That's
And
fucked up.
that's pretty messed up for a children.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
And so, and then at the very end, the kids are like, "Well, did we do that?" And it just kind of leaves that question hanging there. It's like that's too much. That's too big of a question.
That's too dark.
for me as a child to be
yeah.
like, "Oh my god."
Did they do that?
Did I kill Amelia Earhart?
Exactly. Like
Holy shit.
it's like it was the
Wow.
butterfly effect for children.
Was it the Magic Treehouse?
Maybe it was the Magic Treehouse.
No, I don't
know.
think they ever did a show for that. It was just the
No, it
books.
was a book.
Those books were the shit.
They were.
Yes.
Dude. They were all about like King Arthur, right? That's like how.
Yeah, they were all like historical shit.
There's, yeah.
They would get into their treehouse and read a
Read
book, right?
Just
and
like a book or
then
pictures.
they
Just
would
like
get-
look at something.
Yeah.
Somehow it worked.
It pornography. They look at. They.
That's what I would do.
They would go up into the treehouse. They would take LSD.
That's a good idea. Being an adult in there.
Yeah, you just start reading
those
the porno
children?
mag.
No,
and then
Jesus
Being
Christ.
Jared in there.
No, you go
He goes
into
to
the
rape.
Magic Treehouse and then you start reading a porno mag.
I don't go to rape.
You went exclusively to rape.
I
That's what
went.
you did.
I go into the treehouse to read the books. I don't go in there to rape.
That's what you said. That's what you were gonna do.
I didn't say I was gonna rape anybody. Disclaimer: I didn't want to rape any of these children.
I also don't want to rape anybody.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw my hat in there as well. I don't want to rape
I don't-
anybody.
I-
Alright,
no
so we're all on the
desire to
same page about rape.
I guess.
Maybe.
I-
I don't know. How acceptable is it to the two of you? 'Cause-
How
Rape?
acceptable?
But are you saying like if you rape someone, how
No,
are you gonna
like-
feel about it?
real talk? What is
no.
no?
Like, well, how far do you have to go to be considered rape?
Okay, like I'm having a bad day. I just want to go to bed. My girlfriend or my significant other wants to have sex with me. She does. I say yes. Is that rape? I don't know. I mean, I don't. At first, I say no, and I'm like, you know what I mean?
You've convinced me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is that rape?
No, because you are a male, and
See, that's just the rape culture, man.
yeah,
getting
no,
in your
I
head.
know.
The
I'm
rape
just playing with
culture?
you.
Okay, so your girlfriend then is different. Then it sounds a lot more predatory. Like my girlfriend is home from work.
She's tired.
I'm
and
feeling hot and heavy. She's tired. She doesn't want to. I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
and I
so-
eventually cajole her into
Yeah,
the
it
act.
does.
Is that rape? I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Is it rape if a girl if you
All right.
you approach a girl to have sex and she says yes and then after you do it she's like I didn't want to do
Okay, I was saying this hypothetically at track one day. I hope I can remember what I was saying. So, is it rape if we both pass out? if we both get roofied? What happens then?
that. Well, then I suppose neither of you would remember it, so it'd just be like
you
it
just
never
wake
happened.
up naked with each other in bed.
Let's-
Like we probably had sex.
Let's say she's asleep and just doesn't wake up. Then
Then it's rape.
let's
yes.
say I
rape.
fall asleep. Like,
and she has sex with you, or you rape
actually,
someone
I
in
think
your
I was
sleep?
saying something else. I don't remember. No, I don't remember what I was saying, but it was something to do with.
Do you remember? I don't remember what we were talking about at track one day, but it was about us being invisible, and if our penises were invisible as well, or something like that.
Like, no, all of us would be invisible except for. Okay, we're gonna play a really fun game right now. You guys are gonna tell me a superpower, or we're all gonna tell each other a superpower we want, and then the other two get to ruin it. Like we have
I
to,
hate this game.
We have to give a stipulation to the superpower.
Okay.
So-
you go ahead, Lucas. 'cause
Just say a superpower, and then I will ruin your superpower.
I can use 100% of my brain.
Only when you're jerking off.
That was really easy. Okay.
Okay, I can.
So like
Do I ruin his now?
we
We
can
can-
only-
I don't need to breathe. Like I can just hold my breath indefinitely.
You can only do that when you're shitting.
That's not indefinitely then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not indefinitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That's-
can shit indefinitely.
No, so his job is to make it ruin proof, and our job is to ruin it.
Okay.
So
well,
in-
this is
So you can hold your breath
forever.
You can hold your breath forever.
Only when your finger's up your ass.
See, but that's not forever. I mean,
Yeah, you can hold your finger up your ass forever. It'd be very easy.
I guess that's true. What if you just chop it off and put it up there? That's,
Forever's
that's
yeah.
uncomfortable forever.
Yeah, uncomfortable forever. Like,
Well, you could take it out too.
Forever's a real long time, but I don't need this finger.
All right. I have the ability to fly. That's it. Okay,
only
I
on,
win.
only on
that's
full
like-
moons.
Only on the full moon. That'd be
From from dusk to dawn on the full moon.
So
only if I have nothing. I can't think of anything.
Weak.
I'm trying to think of something really repulsive.
superpower me.
Superpower you?
Go ahead.
Give
want
us
me to
give
give
us a
superpower?
superpower.
I can run ridiculously fast. I'm the Flash.
You can only run ridiculously fast when your eyes are closed.
Mine are really easy to ruin.
We're just really good. Actually, I'm just really good at ruining.
I can transform into a pen whenever I want to.
Whenever you want to.
Transform into
You
a
can't
pen.
transform back whenever you want to.
That's good shit.
That's really good.
All right, time to go back.
It's not fucking working!
Oh god.
I'm a pen!
You can't talk
Okay.
when you're a pen. That's another thing.
I don't need to talk.
Can you
when
have
I'm a pen.
thoughts? Or it's just like, oh fuck, I'm a pen.
I don't
now.
know. That's basically it. I think that's good enough. That's
Yeah.
enough
Okay.
superpowers.
Okay.
Hold
Alright,
on, we did two and you only did one. You give us one more.
Okay.
Okay.
give me one.
I never have to eat. Like I don't like, you know what I mean. That's like
You're always
Except for
hungry.
you always have to be drinking.
those are both pretty good. I'm always hungry and I'm always like
you have to constantly be intaking liquid.
alcohol. You're
Or
always
alcohol.
just drunk.
And hungry.
So I'm Jack Sparrow.
What?
No, Jack Sparrow has to eat. Well, not the first one, because he's a skeleton man.
Only in the one part.
That's long.
Well, no,
enough.
but they still don't have to eat.
That's long enough to never have to eat. Infinity. That's long. As long as the possibility is of never having to eat forever is there, I guess it's. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I don't either.
When he became a skeleton, he never had to eat. But when he
For the time that he was a skeleton.
but that's still never. That's still
Exactly.
infinity.
I feel you.
But it just ends at some point, and then he again has to eat.
How many drugs should we be doing right now?
A lot. Actually,
At least two.
Obviously not that many. I heard some kid died off two.
Oh, maybe we just
We should
won't,
just
we
do one.
just won't do one.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, we'll just do
Okay.
halvesies.
Halfsies.
Halvesies. We'll just we'll three-way it.
We're having a three-way now.
Do they call it a dime bag because it only costs $10?
I think they call it a dime bag. Maybe because I don't know. Maybe it's because it looks
It's
like a
size.
dime.
mine. It's
roughly
like
the size of a dime.
bag.
Okay, I don't know,
I don't know either.
but I know a person. It was my older brother. He would always. That was his
A dime
go-to
bag?
thing to ask for. It's like I want a dime bag, and I'm like I don't know. How much
Maybe a
that
dime is like a weight.
Maybe it might
It's
be.
like
I
a
don't know.
10 ounces.
Slang.
Maybe it, no. 10 ounces is a
that'd be a
shit ton.
lot.
Yeah, maybe it's like.
Oh, I guess I don't know what we're talking about.
maybe-
Actually, of anything, of any drug,
Yeah.
it'd be a lot.
I was thinking weed, but
That's what I was thinking.
probably
Weed.
any
Weed.
drug. Yeah,
That's a lot.
it's a
of
shit
weed.
ton of weed.
That's like.
Have you ever seen?
It's probably like the big. Not maybe
10
No.
not
Have you ever
grams?
seen?
10 grams.
10 grams is a lot too.
Yeah.
Is that a movie that we're talking about?
No.
right
Have you ever
No.
seen Half Baked
Of course.
with Dave Chappelle?
Of course, I've seen Half Baked.
Have you?
It's been a really long time.
Yeah, he
It's
works.
been
He,
a long-
he works as a janitor at the hospital and just starts stealing all their medical
Medical
marijuana
marijuana.
in pound bags.
Oh, Dave.
Oh,
Dave Chappelle.
Dave!
You ever
Fuck
seen?
you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Not you! You're cool. Fuck you! I'm out of here.
You ever seen the movie like Undercover Brother?
No.
It has Dave Chappelle.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Happy Hanukkah. This is Christmas vacation. What were we saying, Lucas?
I was gonna say Undercover Brother. That movie.
I've never seen Undercover.
Neither have
I
I.
like that movie.
I've never.
I don't
No.
remember who's in it.
Your mom.
Dave Chappelle's in it. If my mom was in the movie, I feel like I wouldn't be an M-boy. So I hope she would be a little more famous.
Now they know where we are.
How long have we been going?
How long have we been going?
An hour and a half.
Do you think that's a good time to?
I guess. I mean, didn't you have
Yeah,
something you
I
wanted
don't
to talk about?
I mean, it was just a backup topic, and if we were sitting on dead air.
I'm ready.
We're good
I'm ready to
now. I'd
listen
say we're
now.
good.
We're good then?
Yeah,
Good.
we're
All right.
gonna end it.
Oh shit! I didn't think of an outro.
Well, bye.